Could I all maybe seated? Alright, I got some information that the one party will be a little bit late, but we will continue with the court case.
10-4.
Members of the jury, your duty today will be determining whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty based on only facts on evidence proven by this case. The prosecutioner has the burden of providing the guilty of the defendant beyond reasonable doubt. The burden remains on the prosecution's thoughts to the trial. The prosecution must prove that the crime was not committed and that the detainant of the person who committed the crime. Whoever, if you are determined, must be found guilty or not guilty. Is the prosecutioner ready?
Yeah, Paul.
Is the defendant ready?
Yes, sir. I don't see a defendant, sir.
If you listened the first time what I told you, then you wouldn't know that the defendant is just going to be a little bit late.
Sir, I was listening, but is my guy here going to defend someone that's not present?
His attorney is here, so he will be taking it over. The defendant will come on a later date.
Alright, sir, no problem.
Your Honor, today's case is between Mr. Francious versus the Chief Nic of SAPS.
Alright, the prosecutioner can call his first witness.
I call up Mr. Sheen.
Mr. Sheen, you can come sit here on my left-hand side.
Mr. Sheen, can I please have you raise your right hand? Mr. Sheen, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, Mr. Sheen. You may be seated. That works.
All right. You prefer me speaking over radio, all right.
All right, Mr. Sheen. Can you hear me proper?
I can hear you, sir.
All right, Mr. Sheen, I would just like you to tell me exactly what happened the night of the scene.
The following happened. Me and Mr. Francious has left Hayes on our way to Sandy. And then as we drove there on the highway, Mr. Nic has pulled us over. He asked for my license. There was a bit of argument for that, but I handed him my license. And then Mr. Francious has gotten to talk to Nic. And then the scene happened. And that's...
Alright, can you please confirm to me what happened after you got pulled over and Francious and Mr. Nic started talking, please?
Mr. Nic asked Francious to stand on the wall so he can be searched because he was...
Okay, sir, wait. Before you answer the following, please tell me what suspicion did Mr. Nic have to ask Francious to stand against the wall? What did Francious do wrong?
Leading the court.
What rules or laws did he break?
According to my knowledge, the rules broken. But Nick had a suspicion that Mr. Francho was a fishy person. That's why he asked him to stand on the wall to be searched.
Was that because of the way he speaks, or the way he walked, or what did he do that might have made Mr. Nick think he's suspicious? Maybe his skin color?
I cannot answer you accurately on that question because I do not know the suspicion or the way Mr. Nick thinks. That should be asked to Mr. Nick itself.
Alright, meneer. I rest my case.
Right. The defendant can cross-examination the witness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sheen.
Afternoon, sir.
Okay, my first question. Okay. Is it true Mr. Francious started to talk like an alien at the night in question?
No, he did not, sir.
Okay, we will get back to that, so we will have to watch the body cam again for that, but my next question...
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Objection, not relevant.
Overstained.
Is that sustained or overruled?
It is sustained. Everyone can join to see the brief footage in City Room 1.
Let me just ask my questions first. We can go there after.
Therefore, go ahead.
Okay, the prosecutors asked you for the suspicion, and you said there was no suspicion. Is it true you were in a gang car?
Yes, sir. To be specific on that question, it is not technically a gang car, but it is sprayed gang colors.
Technically, it's a gang car if it's in gang colors. So
Objection.
the suspicion is you were in a gang car.
Yes, I was.
Okay, then when he pulled you over, like you said, there was an argument. Then he asked for Mr. Francis to go to the wall. Did he comply?
At first, no, but after a while he did, yes.
Okay. Just one question, Judge. There was no charges laid so far, so I cannot cross-examine exactly 100% because they didn't say what the charges is.
No problem.
This witness may be called back later again, but I'm done.
Alright. Right, Mr. Sheen, you may step down. Does the defense have a second witness?
Like I said, I cannot do a case if I don't know what the charges is, sir.
Alright. So before that we can go continuing because there's no court for the court any charges. We can't go further with the court case. We must first have the evidence, we must first have the charges for what is going to be laid against the person, else we can't have any charges being given to the person as well.
Okay, but who's responsible for laying out those charges?
The one that opened up the problem of the ticket must come forward and present those charges. As well, we can just bring up those things together to get all those information.
Alright.
Yeah, well.
The charges is was for the abuse of power and the RDM.
Alright, the defendant's client says that it is for abuse of power and RDM.
Okay, no problem.
Alright, does the prosecutioner have a second witness?
Not at the moment, no.
Does the defense party have a second witness?
I would like to call Francois to the stand.
Mr. Francious, will you please come to the stand and swear to the bailiff?
Mr. Francious, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
Alright, Mr. Francious, please be seated.
Alright, the defense can come up to ask the questioning.
Okay, so the charges is abuse of power and then the cop using brutal force. So, okay, let's start with the first one. Sir, I have documents. Can I add it to the bailiff to add to the jury and give to the judge and
please.
to the lawyer?
Thank you. Oh my god, there's so many. Here you go.
Thank you.
Welcome, Your
Just
Honor.
give to everyone.
Will do.
Thank you.
The documents have been distributed.
Thank you.
Okay, the document I just handed to everyone states, section 22. There is no doubt that a person's privacy is violated when police conduct a search and seizure without a warrant. But in terms of section 22 of the Criminal Procedure Act, the police can search and seize without a warrant when they are reasonably sure that they would have been granted a warrant and the delayed course by getting the warrant would defeat the purpose of the search. So, it was a known gang with known gang members in a car that was driving over the speed limit, most likely skipping robots and stuff like that. They asked them to pull over, and if I remember correctly, Mr. Sheen said there was an argument before he gave his license. Is that true, Mr. Francois? Francious?
It's Francious, and it was not really an argument. I was just making a little joke with him. I said my exact words was, "Hey, Baba Tulene, make one license." Then he took it up personally, and as I can recall, someone said earlier that he likes to drink, you know, even on the job. So, yeah, just to clear that one.
Okay, my second question. What it was a gang car, and there was gang members in gang uniform on at the car where you guys were pulled over.
Yes, we were gang people, and we were driving in a gang car. But like I stated in my report, I was not driving the vehicle, number one. Number two, I was wearing KFC clothing, so why was I suspicious? I was traveling with a gang member, but I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was not driving the car. I was not wearing gang clothing. Where do you cross the line over here, Baba? These people, they are taking me for a one here because I'm working for the KFCs. He took the granted of me. He moored me. Yeah.
Mr. Francois, just calm down for me, please.
I am very hurt, man.
Driving, my statement to that, driving with a gang member is official relation with suspicion. So that is, he had reason to search because there was gang members and he was driving with them. And there was attitude when he asked for the license. So for the search was not illegal.
It was not illegal. I agree with you. It was not illegal. But me, I was making a joke with him. He got aggressive. And then he told me to get up against the wall. I told him, what did I do wrong, say? He told me that he doesn't care. I must just get up to that wall. I said, sir, I'm not going to get up to that wall. Then he pushed me. No, not pushed me, Skits. He said to me, I'm not going to ask you again. You are looking suspicious to me. I asked him then, why am I looking suspicious to you? What did I do wrong? I'm not in gang clothing. Yes, I was traveling with a gang member. But I knocked off from work. I asked Mr. Shin for lift home because he was the last person there by KFC who bought the bucket of chicken. I asked him for lift home, and I live all the way there by the Sandies. Then I asked him for lift home, and that's how I came to drive with the gang member. I did nothing wrong, say. He was harassing me the whole time. When I make a joke with him, he was just there harassing me, say. No citizen should go ever through that, and not under the hand of Nic Whiteloc.
Okay, sir, you said he was arresting you. Were you in cuffs?
No, I never said he was arresting me.
You said harassing.
Harassing. I said harassing.
Okay. So, you making a joke and not complying, isn't that technically also harassing?
I did not. I wasn't not complying. I was complying with everything. When he asked for the license, we gave the license. But when he told me, by the way, because I think personally, he asked me to get up against that wall, just because of the way I talk, Baba. I am a colored kid coming from a black mommy and a white father. So that one, maybe I don't know.
Yes, playing the color card.
So yeah, I think it was definitely, not right from his side to just assume because the way I speak, what, and he pushed me against the wall. Yeah, it was not right, sir.
So, you're saying he pushed you against the wall. Is that false or true?
Yes, the last time he asked me, say, please put you against the wall. I'm not going to ask again. I said, yo, Baba, I did nothing wrong, but I will comply. Then I turned around, faced the wall. Then he came close to me. He was standing close, very close, very like 2 centimeters away from me. Then I said, yo, Baba, but this is wrong. I'm gonna stand for my rights. I did nothing wrong. I'm not even in the gang clothes. I asked Mr. Shin to gift me lift, but he forced himself, man.
Okay, next time if I ask if it's true or false, that's what I want, not your life explanation, please.
No problem.
Okay, this question is not a false or a true. This question is it normal for people to drive with gangs if they're not affiliated with the gang?
Yes, sir, it is normal. If you as a citizen, even you, if you are a part of the gang and you are still a good citizen and you ask one of the gang member who's working there close to you or maybe coming, for instance, me, I'm working there by KFC, you can also ask for Mr. Garrett. He employed me. Then me, I went on to job and Mr. Sheen was the last person at KFC before me. I closed down, and at that time my cars were broken. There were no mechanics around, so I asked Mr. Sheen if I could please have the lift with him. And yes, it's a story of I was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay, then next question. You said Nick used brutal force against you.
True.
Okay. What happened a minute before he came back and he hit you once and you passed out?
When he said I am done with this cuck, he turned around, he walked away, and I said, according to the footage, I can't really remember, but according to the dashboard camera, I apparently said, goodbye, officer, and then he came back, Murmi. And when I fell down, I asked him, sir, why did you just Murmi? He said, his exact words, can the jury please listen up for this one? He said, because want ek kan. If that is not abuse of power, sir, I don't know what is.
Okay, according to the dashcam footage, you said you're gonna go to government because it's a legal search. Is that true or false?
Yes, it is true. I said because he was pushing me against the wall, I said, I'm going to government with this. You cannot do this. It is wrong.
So you stated that is true. I just want to make sure.
Yes, I stated that it is true.
I have no further questions for this one.
Right, thank you. Will the prosecution come forward to give any stating questioning? Mr. Francia, where are you going? I did not tell you to go.
My leg is still sore from the scene, Baba. I'm still sore, man. I want to...
I gave you some pain medication for it.
I took them.
Okay.
Alright, the defense can ask... the prosecution can ask the questioning.
Right, Mr. Francois, how are you doing, my guy? I'm sorry for your leg being sore. Anyways, question number one and probably my only question. When Mr. Nick approached you for the first time, when he pulled you over, you complied with him, you pulled over. You stood by the side of the road. When he approached you the first time, did he by any means approach you in a friendly or even a reasonable manner?
He came to us, he said...
No, not a lie story. No or yes.
Yeah?
Just a no or yes question.
Did he approach you in a manner, in a sensible and respectable way the first time you interacted without before the questioning happened?
Not really, sir.
Alright. That's all I wanted to know. And then yes, what did his fellow what do you call them, officers, what did they do when Mr. Nick was being disrespectful towards you?
They just stood there, did nothing at all to clear him. When he walked away, he said, Bantekan and the other officers, they laughed.
So just to make it clear, when he was being forceful towards you, the other officers did nothing about it?
No, sir. Unfortunately not.
Sure. Alright, that'll be all that I have to ask.
Alright, thank you. Alright. Does the prosecution have a third witness?
No, sir. I'm ready for closing arguments.
Alright.
No
And the
witnesses.
defense? Alright, thank you very much. Okay. Both positions and the defense have now rested their case. The attorney will now present the final argument. Please remember what the attorney says is not evidence. However, listening closely, they are intended aid. You are ensured this case prosecuted may be begin. So we will start. The members of the jury, you have heard all the testimonies concerning this case. It is now up to you to determine the fact. You and you alone are the judge of this fact. Once you decide what the fate will be of the evidence proven, you must then apply the law as I give it to you to the fact as you find them. Court will adjourn for 5 minutes so that the jury can discuss what's going to be further involved with this case.
What about the closing arguments?
Mr. Francious' attorney stated that there is the closing argument, but the defense, do you have any closing arguments?
Yes, I do.
Can you please state your argument?
When did I state anything, Baba?
Stephen also has a closing argument.
What's
So
your argument?
the jury needs to come back. We need to do the closing arguments.
Please go back to the front of the
This is the fun
courthouse.
part where we go back and forth, Baba.
No, not really. You state your statement, then I state my statement.
Alright. Mr. Stephen, you can come here to the podium and state your statement so that everyone can hear your statement.
Alright, mister. According to the evidence that was shown on the dash camera from that green car. Alright, first of all, let's start with the car. Anyone in this city, anyone sitting in this courtroom can drive a green car, not only gang members. Also, what happened there was this guy was not affiliated with any gang or suspicious activities. He was catching a lift with someone. Then there was apparently suspicion because of gang-related stuff, which he was not part of. And then there was decided to use force against this innocent man who did nothing wrong, wasn't even driving the car, was sitting passenger seat, taking a lift home. So that is my argument, sir. I'll be going back to my seat now. Thank you very much.
Alright, thank you very much. Okay, the defense can give his statement.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. My argument. They stated the cop approached the car with attitude. There's no dash cam of that because that's most likely not true. On the dash cam, it's only stated after the guys left the car. So anything they stated before that dash cam cannot be used here. Because there's no evidence for that. Secondly, suspicion for searching. The guy was with a gang. The gang was in their gang car. The BMW is a known gang car. You can go ask any PD. They can check on the system. That's a gang-affiliated car. The gang members had gang-affiliated clothes on. He was with them. They had attitude, so that was for suspicion for the search. Then with the brutal force, the guy was talking alien and he was going crazy. The officer tried to help him to end.
Objection! Don't call my client crazy, please. Thank you.
I'm stating the facts. It's on the body cam.
Not a fact. Otherwise, you would have been in a sane asylum,
Mr. Stephen, keep your place.
So, on their own dash cam, it's shows how their client was talking alien. So, in my opinion, the police chief had all reason to try to help him to knock him out. He punched him once, he fell down. So, I'm not sure how that is brutal force because he wasn't intending to murder the guy, he punched him once, he passed out. But, sorry. In my opinion, if you talk alien, you are laid down. Thank you, that's my statement.
Thank you very much. Alright, the prosecution now. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Thank you, Baba. I was waiting for you to say that, y'all.
Alright, the defense party is not here, but his lawyer is here. How would you plead?
Not guilty.
Thank you very much. Alright, members of the jury have heard all these testimonies concerning this case. It is now up to you to determine the facts. You and you alone are the judges of this fact. Once you decide what the facts and the evidence proves, you must just apply the law as I gave it to you, to fact as you find them. Court will adjourn for 5 minutes so that the jury can decide on what the faces will be. Court's adjourned.
Yeah, I can go pee-pee now.
Oh my god, if I've ever seen leading of the jury, it was here today. Oh god. Oh god, what the fuck?
How's you guys' thoughts?
Guilty? We can't even give a proper verdict because we haven't seen the body cam.
Fuck, kenapa shit dia my cast?
Who's Kira oras langga benda bro man knipe al heel tyd.
And this is all being recorded. Fun!
Alright. Okay.
Camera, right there.
How do you guys feel about the defense? These statements.
I honestly would feel better if we saw the body cam.
Sorry. Taking up quickly. I'll join you guys now. It's a big one. Sorry.
I don't know, Ari, it's up to you, but I'd honestly feel better if we could see the body cam to actually see before we give judgment. Because there was a lot of leading the jury and making the people feel sympathetic for the guy. Like, a lot of it.
Okay, I'm gonna play the body cam now. It's gonna be inserted in.
Okay, we'll be there now.
Sorry if you saw the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I?
Because you're acting suspicious in my eyes. Maybe you're carrying something illegal. If you don't want, I'm gonna place you under arrest, no? Hey, I want to do a quick search on you. Stand on the wall there.
You don't have reason to search. Yeah?
Stand on the wall there.
What is Baba? You're gonna make up, man.
Call your lawyer, Baba.
Yes, me, I'm gonna call the lawyer. But I
We'll
did
finish
nothing
here.
wrong.
You're acting very suspicious to me.
Where am I?
But why? What about me
as
is
long as you
suspicious?
saw.
Because I'm
Maybe you're a
wearing the red
cop
clothing.
or something.
A what in?
Hey, turn your back to me.
Yeah?
Turn around.
Alright, Baba.
Nou klink gou van
But
radio af dat ek
this
kan
is not
dat ek
right,
my kan
Baba.
hoor.
Just because
right,
you
it's
think
right.
me, but no, this is
Yeah,
not
boss.
right.
Hey, man, you talk too much, man.
Hoe ver is Harry?
You talk
This is not right, sir. I'm just telling you.
Hoor hy my?
It's right.
Me, I need to talk to government.
Correct, het is weer tijd voor die kakkie, hoor.
Goed about it.
Wait, rewind again. What did you say?
Why are you moving me?
Want ek...
Nee, not hell. Jy kan nie.
Wat nou?
Ja.
It was a strong you did thing. You knock it me out of one shot.
Ja, nee.
Want hy wil kak praat met my.
Just a poeskele by jou.
Praat met jou.
Vrou hom sommer.
Ek twyfel of hy gaan onthou.
Ja, dank toch, hy kan nie onthou nie.
Maar dis eyewitnesses.
Dat hulle testimonies kom afgee en kry 'n lawyer. Dan kom try hulle weer.
Is naman julle karre.
Me, I got this one recorded on the dash cam.
Wat?
Nick is always in character. He stayed in character throughout the whole scene.
Exactly, so we can't blame Nick for staying in character and defending the city's rights, as we ourselves have also taken it upon ourselves to do that, but in how we do it is by doing what Nick did. So, do we really throw the book at Nick for doing what we are willing to do ourselves?
That's the thing, and as well, he also mentioned later he will open up a love letter.
He no. He didn't say he's going to open up a love letter. He said he's going to government. He never said a love letter. So even then, that's a hardcore OOC.
Yes. For that, there was always told that you must first wait, continue with your scene, finish it up, and if you have a problem, then you can go.
And at the end is where he broke the new life rule because he continued speaking about the scene that just happened.
1, 2. On top of that, when Nick and them were trying to walk away, he kept answering them on. So he deserved what he got. Now, if it was the other way around, when Nick was trying to answer him on, then we could throw much more of the book at Nick. But since he was answering Nick on and basically stepping on his toes and throwing fuel onto the fire, it's pretty much an open shut for me. I don't know about the rest of you and how you'd feel on it, but it's open shut for me.
Yes, for me as well. If he's gonna speak alien, every one of us is going to drop him as well, because we don't understand him and we think he's from another world. So, for me, for instance, I will drop him one shot. I won't hit him with a fist, but I will drop him one shot.
Technically, Nick just hit him. I mean, if I hit the person now, you're just going to fall and get back up. It wasn't Nick's fault for him being so weak.
1, 2. It's not Nick shoved him once and hit him once. So what happened beforehand to all his health? Like, you're telling me that you were not doing anything illegal beforehand, that your health is that low and distorted?
The funny thing is just like that now. He's busy limping around.
Exactly, and I gave him pain medication for it.
So yeah, Francious is guilty.
As well, he can't be accused for murder, because if we go check on his side of his body footage, you will see his health was low on the one side.
Mm. So, my thoughts of it, Francious is guilty of OOC, not following the new life rule after being revived by Jesus, and for attempting to, I guess, rile up the cop further than, and resisting, baiting a cop and resisting a lawful order. Because how many times did Nick tell him, get against the wall, get against the wall, get against the wall? And how many times did he straight up refuse it, like a dog that doesn't want to go and lie in its kennel?
Yeah, but even that, even before that, that wasn't 2 seconds from when he was done. So when he called Jesus.
The scene wasn't over.
Yeah, exactly. So, all in favor of Francois being guilty?
Yes, he's definitely guilty.
Guilty.
Alright.
Guilty.
So, yeah, I get to fucking call it now. Ugh, just tell me, so, what exactly am I going to say he's guilty of? Alien speaking in the first degree, resisting a lawful order in the second degree, and resurrecting and using Jesus' power in the third degree while the scene's still active.
Yes, because he should
And
have been taken to an hospital, or even if his friends take him to the hospital, that will be more than helpful.
Yeah, or at least wait till the scene is over.
Yes.
You know, till the cops have left.
Okay, and what shall his punishment be?
What do you think, guys?
Oh,
warning for those above mentioned?
I think maybe I guess if you want to give it a slap on the wrist, yeah, I guess.
You can send him to jail, do some jail
20,
service.
20 months jail.
3 months.
20.
10, 20.
Warning and 20 months.
Warning and 20 months.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the question is then, will it be a gang warning? I mean, it's an affiliation.
It's
or will
affiliation,
it
but
be
he
or
wasn't
individual?
wearing. He is in a gang, but he wasn't wearing gang clothing at the time. So we can't hit the gang for something that one of their members said if he's not wearing gang colors at that time.
True.
So it would just be a personal warning.
Okay. Individual warning.
An
20
individual
months?
warning, 20 months prison service.
20 months.
Oh, 20 years at least. 20 years. Sorry.
20 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just to confirm, I don't have a fucking piece of paper in front of me. God damn it. Wait, I do. In the case of going alien in the first degree, guilty.
Yes, guilty.
In the case of resisting lawful order, guilty.
Yeah.
Okay. In the case of going and reviving while the scene is still active, and forgetting about new life rule, we agree guilty.
Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant. All right. I shall get the
And
court back in session.
On Nick's behalf, we can't associate him with murder for guilty because Mr. Francious
RDM is not guilty. Okay.
For association with murder, they can't be justified as guilty because he was on a low health basis.
All right. Shall I get the court back in order?
Yeah, or you can just say something like based on strong evidence. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
don't worry,
so
I'm
the-
gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it. I can bullshit.
You better chicken wing that shit.
I will chicken wing that shit. I'll Kentucky
Yeah.
Fried Chicken wing that shit.
There
Don't
we
worry.
go. Okay. I
Alright.
guess we all agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court is now coming back into session. Please make your way back inside the courtroom. Oh fuck, alright. Everyone's gone.
On time, every time.
Is it the defense or the prosecution party? Stephen and his attorney. It's the prosecution.
The defense is Jacobus,
Okay.
and then the prosecution party is
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna stand
Silence
here
in the
next to
court.
you.
Everyone can take their seats. Alright. The jury has come up with a verdict. What is the verdict going to be, jury?
The jury would like to ask that the prosecution and its defending counsel stand by the podium in the middle of the room, please. The jury has come to the verdict due to strong evidence that we have seen today in the courtroom, and that everyone has that had the ability to see it. That in the defense of Mr. Nic Whiteloc, SAPS General, RDM is a non-applicable case. We do not find the defendant guilty. But, Mr. Stevens, in your offense and in your case, we have seen what you did on the scene. And we, with a heavy heart, unfortunately, have decided in favor of SAPS and Nic Whiteloc for the fact that you are guilty in the first degree of talking an alien, guilty in the second degree of reviving in an active scene by using the powers of Jesus instead of waiting for the scene to be over, and guilty in the third degree for using and abusing the fact that you were not to use your memories, and for that not following the new life rule. So by this judgment, we as a jury find that you should get a verbal warning for not following the rules of the judicial system and of the city, and we also believe that a 20-year stretch in prison will do you some good so that you can go study up on your rules before you come back to the courts.
Alright, let me just ask one question quickly. Where did he not follow the new life rule?
In the dash cam from the Green Wolf's car, as he gets up, he states, and I will quote, "I am going to take him and PD to the courts, and I'm going to make a ticket to government."
Alright.
And for that, we find Mr. Stephen, no, not Mr. Stephen, Mr. Stephen's client, Mr. Francious, guilty of all three acts, and we find Nic Whiteloc, SAPS General, innocent.
Innocent for killing people.
As you can see in the body cam, your client, Mr. Stevens, was badly injured. All that Mr. Nic Whiteloc did was shove him and hit him. It is not the PD's fault for the fact that your client went and spoke alien, nor is it PD's fault that your client took one punch for speaking alien and then falling unconscious.
Okay, so we're promoting police brutality, are we?
That is not what has been stated, yes, sir.
Thank you very much. That's all I needed to hear.
We are not promoting police brutality. If you can see on the dashcam footage that Mr. Stevens' client has a low health status. So on that offense, that Mr. PD or the Chief General cannot be counted guilty because of Mr. Francious' health being so low.
So him also swearing him multiple times, and then when he gets asked why he's punching people, he's want a gun. What does that mean exactly? Come on, I need an answer here. Want a gun? Hoekom kan hy?
If
Why
you
can't-
see
why can
any
he? 'Cause he's
person
SAPS, right? Yes.
that
Thank you very
has been loyal to the city, if the second you speak alien, we will decide to take our action against you, for it is not for the favor of the city, nor is it in the best intent of the city for us to have alien walkers walking around while wearing human skin. So in Nick's defense, he was in his full ability to attack because of the fact that there was alien speaking going on, and that your client did not come forth as a citizen, but as an intruding alien.
If that's your story, then we will go with it.
Right. you, jury, for your statement today. And court is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
I feel like I'm gonna get killed. I just have that feeling. Oh ja, Kobus.
Ek sal my powers gou gaan gebruik het as ek jy was. Nadat jy te gaan want ek is doodseker daar gaan nou OCC gaan.
And they're gonna kill me. So I want protective custody.
Oh, and
You're a dragon. Calm down.
like the court
He's
cases
clubbing.
like this. I think like giving people actually warnings on this court isn't necessary unless it was very bad, because we are trying to RP it out.
Understandable, but the only reason why we agreed
just
to the
going to give
warning
him jail
is
time.
because of the fact that he didn't follow the new life rule and he kept going
Okay,
OOC. He
that's
didn't
fine,
even
that's-
say ticket. He just said, I'm going to government.
Yeah. No.
So, meh.
And then one thing we need to do something like some things different in the start, like in the start, the way they were talking. That's not.
Like I told Ari, I was standing there quietly because obviously I'm a jury member and the bailiff. I can't really say objection. They were leading. They kept leading the fucking jury and leading the conversation to go one way.
No, not that even the way they talked, the words they used.
And then also
Basically.
describing the entire sad sob story.
Yeah,
But the technical side, that's when you're supposed to object.
Yeah, no, yeah, but this
Or
is the
the judge
first.
at least.
This is the first case. We can have a meeting tomorrow night or
I do
over
have
Sunday
body
maybe.
cam of it, so we can just
Then we can
review
go
it.
over it, yes, and then we can say this and this and this wasn't correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
I think it went good.
Yeah, except the parties they feel they were unjust, but
Wow, I
Hey,
mean,
the rules are rules.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, the thing is, if you go OCC like I'm doing now, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Point blank.
Exactly. So the fact that Nick shoved him and hit him is just. It's not Nick's fault that he was on low health. If he was working at KFC, what caused him to be at low health?
Yeah,
No one
and not even
questioned that.
Gang, he was with a gang, so his gang
Exactly.
affiliated.
And the gang members were wearing gang colors in gang
Exactly.
cars. So you are guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt unless you can be proven innocent from that point on. So, yeah.
And he admitted.
Exactly, and he
lies
admitted.
that he was a gang member.
Exactly, and then he tried to turn it, oh no, but anyone will go with a gang member. I won't fucking climb into Ari's car if he's in Green Wolf uniform. He's my
Unless you're
uncle.
part of them.
Exactly, he's my uncle, but I'm not going to climb in his car willy-nilly.
And they've both all three left.
But yeah, I think we did good. It was a bit bumpy, but we'll get better.
Yeah, we can have a
Also, do
meeting
you
tomorrow.
want your fucking, like, 11 bloody flyers back?
Yeah, I thought it would be more jury.
No, Kitty and them were sitting there on the fucking thing there. It would have been better if High Court was standing up above. I even pulled out my phone just to be able to zoom in on people with the camera.
The thing is, reason they weren't is because we said owners isn't part of the jury.
No, but I said like standing up there where Ernie was standing, High Court, so that High Court could look down and give it like be more of a menacing thing, because then it would have been more okay. Well, you can't fuck around. It's they're watching. Same with that one. But yeah, I think we did good. A bit of a
Yeah, you
bumpy
did.
start, but I think we all did good.
Yep.
Especially Ari for keeping his
Yeah.
cool with the amount of shit that was being spoken next to him. I mean, fuck, the way that Francious went on. Oh, but you see, my leg, you know, and Jane, and you know, and you know. I was like, fuck's sakes, you say you know one more time, I'm gonna have a bullet come and say you know.
Yo, it reminds me of someone that used to do that in City.
But like, for fuck's sakes, get to the point. Don't try and sad sob the damn jury. Or try and get the people over there to feel bad for you. Talk your story, get over and done with it. Don't try and, drag it out.
At one point I said if I ask a true or false question, that's all what I want.
Yeah, but then he fucking dragged it the fuck out. Like, I didn't know that he was born in fucking Mpumalanga to a white mother and a black brother, or whatever the fuck he was talking about. Like, I didn't want to know that, didn't need to know that. Didn't know we were back in apartheid era where that was important. Like, fuck's sakes.
Ja, maar ek dink dit het ek voel dit het redelik ook soort van okay gegaan, maar daar is dele wat ek voel ons moet na kyk wat nie moet gebeur nie.
I think, like, from my point of view, I should also be speaking more as the bailiff, because, I mean, fuck's sakes. I watched Ari hoping that he would say objection, irrelevance, or objection, you're dragging the story, or something like that. He just sat there. He was quiet.
Most of the time I could not even hear them.
The fuck? I was hearing them both over the radio and, like, talking now. So, yeah. But we
Is
did
dit
knock
net
this
ek
out.
of is dit net ek of is daar heeltyd iemand wat connect en disconnect?
Doris.
That's in it, yeah.
That is. I've muted my stuff.
No,
I think
but
I
it's
actually
people
left the
leaving
call.
the channel. It's people leaving the city room, man.
No, but mine is leaving
No, it's
and
like
then
someone's
connecting.
leaving and connecting the whole fucking time. I'm about to push club that person's connection. No, did I leave? No, I didn't leave. Why am I not there?
Yeah, the another one leaves.
I can leave.
No.
I just joined, so yeah. I think that was good. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep my body cam rolling until I get back to the compound, because I believe that there's a gun and a bullet in my future very soon.
No, they bought their tickets.
Really?
Yeah. But then he said, well done.
Jesus.
It is not too bad. It's just these two that
Finicky.
keep on arguing about something that the decision is made.
Yeah, but the thing is like that. They should have said here in contempt, first warning. But yeah, okay, reason I agreed to do Nick's lawyer is because Steven.
Lol.
Yep.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I actually only watched the body cam like 5 minutes before court case.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, I mean, Yaquibus is a crazy son of a bitch, so what do you expect?
My car is this.
Yep, same. My fucking stuck cock that you keep on talking about, nah. Where is your car? Oh. Ugh. There's this one walk that I'm using that is fucking annoying. Can hardly keep up with anyone.
Sien jy, lelike goedes in die pad.
Very good.